Alright, enough abstract theory. In this section we will focus more on practical tasks. We will build our business logic on a front end. During this course we will make custom car configuration and order wizard for some abstract car dealer company, and let's see how it will work. So it's a single page application. We have a bunch of steps: engine, exterior, interior, autopilot, some forms. And in each step you can configure some details and immediately see like how price changes. You can change some custom colors, wheel sizes, interior, and as well there will be some forms, form validation, and eventually all this data will be submitted to a backend. As you can see, each subpage is pretty individual, and it would be practical to split each step into a separate component. And navigation between those components will be done with Angular routing. Basically, routing allows you to get location from address bar and render a component that's configured for that path. Alright, let's start a new project. And meanwhile, I would like to show you another way of styling. So we will install Bootstrap from npm. So just type npm install Bootstrap. Once it is installed, go to an editor, and we need to find their angular.json file. Here it is. And we need to modify section styles. So instead of CSS, we're gonna be using Sass, so it's gonna be SCSS extension. And we need to rename our styles to styles.scss. And inside we will just import Bootstrap from node modules, like that. And this is it, our styles are ready. But more importantly, it allows us to change custom Bootstrap variables. Like here I set custom font and font size. And I also copy and paste some styles so our application looks nicer. In app component I will paste some skeleton HTML for navigation and styles. Now let's see how it all look like. Let's run ngserve and go to our browser to port 4200. Nice. So what we will do now is for each of these steps we will create a component, and each of these components will be rendered here inside the content area. So as we learned previously, to create a component you need to run ng-gc and the name of the component. So G is for generate and C for component. So we will make all of these pages as separate components. So it's engine, exterior, interior, and autopilot, and as well the payment step. That's it. And yeah, we also need some summary at the bottom of the page, so it's going to be a summary component. So now we need to tell Angular that for each of these links we need to render a specific component here in the content area. And so let's go to app modules and configure here our routing. So you need to import two things. From router we import a router module and routes. Okay, so first we configure the routes. Routes is just an array with a combination of path and the component. So you can treat it as Django's URLs modules. So we will make for each path link to a component. So just copy paste this. It's gonna be exterior, interior component, now autopilot, and left payment. And let's change the path attributes for each of component. Now we need to add our router module to imports. So just paste it here in import section and tell it to use our configured routes. So just use for route and pass there our up routes. Alright, that's it. Now in HTML, we need to tell Angular that component should be rendered in this content area. So there is a special tag for it called router outlet. And in links, instead of href, we need to use router link. But I will set only for engine and show you how it works. So you see, we click, we show engine. When we click on other links, it sort of blinks, but not when we click on engine. Basically, this is because when we click href links, it reloads the page. But if we replace every link with router link, it will no longer reload the page and it will just render our component and will also replace address bar. And in summary, we just place a summary component. It would be nice if you also highlight current tabs. So in Bootstrap, you need to place active class to a nav link, like that. And with router, you need to use special directive router link active. So you just put there an active class name. And we will copy it to all other links. And let's see if it works. Alright, wonderful. And now I want to show you how programmatically change current route navigation. So we will be placing some next button here to go always to the next step. So in summary, we'll just paste some HTML with the button, like that. So here's our next button. And on click event, so let's handle our click. We will call new methods go next. And let's implement it in TypeScript. So we will add this method to a component. So to use router here, we need to import it from Angular/router. And we need to pass it to component constructor. So this is basically will tell Angular to initiate a router and pass it to a component. So if you tell private, it will be also attribute of a component. So then we can use this dot router, and we need to call navigate method and pass the needed pass. So we'll just currently statically exterior. So let's see how it works. So when we click, we always go to exterior. Now we just need to set the flow of this paths. So we just create some array of navigation. So we'll go every time on the next step. So let's comment this for now. So first we find the current index of current path, and then we find the next URL by just finding the index +1. And let's call it with router navigate. Pass there the next URL. And let's see if it works. So we'll remove this. Now, every time we click next, we should always go to a next step. Alright, works. Oh, and I forget one detail is the landing page. So you see nothing is here when we're on home page. So let's add an extra pass. It will just redirect when it's a home page. It will redirect to /engine. Okay, now if we go to /home, you see it redirects to /engine.